Alright, what's going on everybody? Cryptix here, and once again, ladies and gentlemen, this week of 2020 was an up and down roller coaster. Feel like that's what 2020 has just been in general, especially with all the crazy and I would even say horrific news that has occurred. And I want to introduce today's video on a more depressing note. Obviously I didn't make a video yesterday, but a beloved Twitch streamer by the name of Byron Reckful Bernstein, age 31, has passed away, unfortunately, due to mental illness. And I think it needs to be taken very, very seriously, guys, because regardless if you're a YouTuber or not, or a Twitch streamer or not, what you say on the internet can definitely impact people mentally. It just can. And when someone reads hurtful things, it can have a mental toll on them. Now, for the YouTubers and Twitch streamers, it's even tenfold, I believe, because these people live on the internet. Sometimes they even make a living off the internet, and they make sacrifices in order to make content for their audience and for people just in general on the internet. So when people, say hateful things in comments to Twitch streamers and YouTubers, obviously everything should be taken seriously, but it definitely has an exponential effect on Twitch streamers or YouTubers or whatever of the sorts, okay? And yeah, I just want you guys to basically just be careful with what you say on the internet. Now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on to another note that actually occurred yesterday, which was from Alinity, and Alinity actually had an exchange with Keemstar on Twitter. All right, so it was basically Keemstar saying, do you think it's any coincidence that Alinity started crying on stream about being bullied yesterday? And that yesterday was actually the day that, Reckful had actually passed away. And it was the same day that, Alinity was crying on stream. So he's basically trying to correlate the streamer's death with Alinity crying. You guys can make of that what you will. But he says, do you think it's any coincidence that Alinity started crying on stream about being bullied yesterday? It's almost like the perfect timing right after a tragedy. Some might say straight up manipulation. So then Alinity actually quote tweeted Keemstar and said, please stop, I can't do this anymore. And then followed up that tweet, from the bottom of my heart, I've meant it every time I've said I was sorry. So basically, Alinity, I guess, was apologizing over some of the controversies that she's been, dealt with in the past with obviously abusing her cat. And this actually derived from when she actually was bickering with Ninja. Most people saw that. If you're watching this video, I would assume you did. Basically, Ninja told Alinity, don't you have another cat to abuse? When, Alinity jumped into a conversation that Ninja was actually having with another streamer. So, clearly Alinity does get her foot into other situations sometimes. And I guess, this time it really mentally affected her because, obviously, evidently, she's mostly known for abusing her cat, and she just doesn't like that situation. So yeah, she definitely, was considering to stop streaming, which is a pretty interesting tactic. And once again, this could be, maybe a break for Alinity, who knows? But she's also been in other controversies on Twitch as well that I've actually covered, such as flashing her viewers on stream by accident. And then she took her own vacation, her own little ban. She banned herself from Twitch because Twitch didn't do anything about it and did not enforce their terms of service. Meanwhile, we don't know what happened yet, but Dr. Disrespect hasn't been at least disclosed what the reason was from his permanent ban from Twitch. So there's definitely a lot of people that do not like Alinity right now. And that's basically where the situation stands at this point in time, all right? Now we're going to move on to a pretty big topic in terms of the YouTube scope and in general, a pretty crazy thing that's been going on. I would even say for the past month, maybe even 2 months, okay? So the entire YouTube community is assuming that YouTube themselves is trying to get rid of commentary on YouTube. Like everyday people such as this channel, such as myself, giving you news and opinions and thoughts and ways of thinking, that aren't associated with any mainstream media agenda, right? So a lot of people were thinking that the commentary community was actually being deplatformed because a lot of commentary YouTubers over the past, I would even say, maybe few weeks have been demonetized entirely, all right? So this happened time and time again where YouTubers, their entire channel was basically getting demonetized. So the first YouTuber that actually addressed this, at least at this point in time, was a person by the name of Sensitivity. or Sensitive Society, I guess that's the name. He says, wow, it happened. Hey, at Team YouTube, my whole channel just got demonetized out of nowhere. I'm not kicked from the partner program, and I haven't received any email regarding this. Can you please look into it? 97% of my videos were monetized hours ago. At sub to Optimus, help please. All right, so he actually tagged Optimus, a very well-known YouTuber in the commentary community with over 700,000 subscribers at this point in time. And yeah, this is another small commentary YouTuber, but as you know, Optimus is a very large commentary YouTuber, so he's basically trying to help Sensitivity Society out. I'm really sorry if I butchered your name. And it's not even the only example, okay? There's another YouTuber by the name of Shazza, and she says, so all of my videos on my channel just got demonetized. All of them. Even the ones where I am talking about Jojo Siwa being a marketing genius. At YouTube creators, at YouTube liaison, can you guys tag them nonstop, please? This is effed. So there's actually even a third YouTuber, guys. This is really only happened in the past 24 hours, okay? This really spiked up in the number of cases of channels getting demonetized. Another YouTuber by the name of Irate Alex says, every single video of mine has been hit by the yellow symbol of demonetization, even ones that I have been reviewed and confirmed by manual review as okay for ads at Team YouTube. What did I do? So if you guys don't know, for YouTubers, there are a multitude of different things when uploading, and sometimes the actual bots on YouTube demonetize a video automatically, maybe because of a word that YouTube does not like. And then you can basically appeal this and say, hey, I want this to be manually reviewed by an actual YouTube person so they can confirm that this video is enabled for all monetization, not just limited ads. And then someone, usually at Team YouTube, will review that actual video and then monetize the vid as long as it follows YouTube's terms of service. So there was actually a lot of theories being pressed around, and one theory was, YouTube's trying to get rid of the commentary community. And then another theory was basically, saying, oh, well, maybe this is just a huge bug with YouTube right now. And I'm going to let John Swan explain a certain scenario that could have occurred that could have actually triggered this bug. Roll the tape.
Over the past few hours, we've seen many commentary channels mass demonetized. Every single video that they've uploaded has turned to yellow, regardless of whether it had been manually reviewed to be green or not. Every single video has been shown as manually reviewed to be yellow, to be limited ads. We've seen a number of creators affected by this. Nicholas Diorio on both his channels, Turkey Tom, Creepshow Art. All of these channels are commentary channels that criticize other people. So naturally, there's been a lot of conclusions drawn here. But I think it's best to take a level-headed approach and kind of think about what this actually means. Nicholas Diorio did a live stream. He did a number of tests on that live stream, and he revealed some very interesting things. So basically, whenever you would upload a video, regardless of what it was, advertiser-friendly content, he'd try it with black screens, content that's obviously advertiser-friendly, titling videos with advertiser-friendly titles, and those videos would be instantly demonetized, and it would show that it had been confirmed by a manual review, even though no YouTube employee was actually confirming that video. I then uploaded the same thing to my channel, which is not affected by this, and it came through with clear ads. No YouTube had to review it, no human had to review it, it just came through with ads. So this isn't to do with content, it's to do with their channels. Now, there's been a bit of sort of insight that's been gained from this. Firstly, premieres and live streams gives you the option to appeal. YouTube videos, normal videos, does not give you the option to appeal. Now, what do live streams and premieres have in common? They are not affected by the self-certification system. If you set up a premiere or a live stream, you can't self-certify what is in that video since that had already happened. I don't even know why, but you can't. It's not to do with the self-certification system. Videos are to do with the self-certification system. I think this is to do with a bug on that system, probably to do with an accuracy rating. So, for example, if you were low accuracy, YouTube would automatically demonetize your videos, and then you'd have to appeal that decision and see what happens. I'm not sure. I think maybe some sort of an issue in a code or something. That's the insight that I've gained from it.
So what John Swan is actually saying here is, as a YouTuber, as myself, I'm a fairly new YouTuber on this channel at least. It's got around 5,000 subs. And what ends up happening is every time I upload a video to YouTube, it gives me little things to check off in terms of, does this follow guidelines? Is this have any sensitive, content within it? All this stuff, right? And I have to check them off or not check any of them and say, it's completely clean. And eventually YouTube will say, you know what, Cryptix, you're good. You have self-certified yourself to kind of just check off the right boxes. We trust you now. We're gonna just fully monetize your channel automatically on each and every video that you upload. Right now, at this state in time, I have to wait for the video to be monetized properly, and then I can publish it. But you can just publish a video if you want, and if you don't care about making the 30 cents that I would make off this vid, you can just upload the video right away, and you probably won't make any money off of it. So there's two ways to go about it, but basically YouTube enables you for monetization and to self-certify yourself for monetization on each and every video, as long as you build that trust with the platform. So he's basically saying for any live streams and any type of self-certification thing that is associated with videos, it could have triggered a bug in the actual platform that way and could have just demonetized entire channels because a bug was basically telling YouTube, hey, these commentary YouTubers, they shouldn't be self-certified for monetization, and then boom, limited ads trigger across the board on all videos, okay? And this is a pretty valid glitch that essentially could have been a thing on the platform. So what ended up happening is, believe it or not, and this came by a shock to me personally, H3H3, Ethan Klein, the same guy that was, bickering with Keemstar a couple of weeks ago, which we also covered on the channel. Well, Ethan actually reached out to YouTube and say, hey, is this a bug right now? What's going on? And Team YouTube said, we're looking into it. It is a bug. So there's even more conspiracy theories going around saying, maybe YouTube is trying to gloss it over and just, paint it as a bug when they're trying to seriously get rid of the commentary community still. And then most practical people such as myself are saying, you know what, it is a bug for sure. It's definitely a bug within the self-certification platform on YouTube, okay? So I think we're good. Like right now, the commentary community is pretty safe. And like I said, this video as well as this week is an up and down slippery slope, and it's been a wild roller coaster and whirlwind of emotions. Obviously, make sure you guys are being careful with what you say on the internet, and quite frankly, words can hurt, regardless if it's Alinity or a popular YouTuber such as Recful, or even a small YouTuber with maybe even fewer subscribers than me. Just be careful with what you say on the internet, guys. I'm Cryptix, watching what I say over the internet, and signing off.